Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal. And joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Joshua, Gangsta Time Code.
It's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, everybody listening?
Hey,
I'm here. Chris is here.
He's...
Someone else is here.
Yeah, who's that guy? Oh, who's that guy? Oh, it is our producer. It is Edgelord Big News Brian.
Gang.
How are you guys doing? You guys good?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you don't have your tank top on, Josh. Have you sealed it away? Are you only using half of your strength this episode?
This is a moisture wicking shirt.
A what?
It's breathable.
Say that
moisture wicking.
Oh, okay. Moisture wicking?
Moisture wicking?
Yes, so it keeps me cool.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, neither have I.
Moisture wicking.
As long as it
Is
keeps
that
you
like
cool.
was that like a feature that was on the packaging when you bought it?
Yeah, that's the type of material it is. It's meant for like athletic.
Oh, it's for lax players.
I mean, and basketball and football. They all wear that.
It's only for lax.
Even golfers wear those type of polos with this material.
Nah, it's only lax.
Dry fit, bro. It's like Nike Dry Fit. It's the same shit.
It's only lax.
You're like dry fit.
Anyway, I'm not listening. I ain't giving no advertisement to these brands.
Yeah.
But shout out to lacrosse.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we only have 3 series this week. 2 of our regulars are on hiatus, so bringing us down to 3.
You're right.
At least we know when One Piece is coming back. Black Clover, Tabata is coming back whenever he the fucking feels like it.
Oh, by the way, there's been an update in this guy, the guy who does Hunter x Hunter, his condition.
Togashi?
Yeah. So whenever you guys want to talk about that, we can talk about that.
Well, let's get through this. Let's get through this first, and then we'll do a little Big News Brian segment. It's been a while, but before we get into that, let's get into plugs. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JD Cole_37. That's on Instagram, and at NY Chillin with an EN, not an ING. And that's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Brian.
You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Wow, that was very fast. Very good.
I was trying to go for, those infomercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been auditioning for those guys, and also, the auction. Like
those auction dudes.
Yeah, those auction house guys.
Auctioneers?
Yeah, I've been going for those guys too,
You were talking on 1.5 speed.
And I've been looking at myself in the mirror doing that shit every morning.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm impressed. I'm like, whoa, is Logic joining us today? Was that Logic?
I didn't mention that I was biracial.
Shout out to Vinyl Records.
Yeah, Brian, my biological brother, is biracial. So get that.
Biracial, bicoastal, I'm snapping.
Is that a real lyric from Logic?
Yeah, he said something like that.
He says a lot. He says a lot of things like that, so I just forget after a certain point. Yo, I think he's biracial, guys. It's kind of crazy.
I believe so too.
That's my theory.
Yeah, he doesn't look like it.
Theory.
But anyway,
he looks more Mexican.
Plugs. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Oh wait, we already did this. Josh, did you do yours? I feel like we skipped over you.
Yeah.
All right, we're a big old mess. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow the show.
I thought I was doing that smoke.
Hey,
yeah.
I got sidetracked because
I caught contact over Discord. That's crazy.
I'll be
honest.
honest.
What happens to Christian when One Piece is on break? He just
honestly,
his mental just falls apart every week.
I'll tell you what. If One Piece is gone, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm half-assing this podcast all the way to hell until One Piece comes back. Then I'm giving it my all. But follow the show on our socials at New Jump City. We were very lucky to get those, honestly. I was like, whoa, that's pretty great. We don't have to do like pod or 1, 2, 3 at the end. So very easy to find at New Jump City. We do a weekly really good chapter of the week poll, which I forgot to do this week. Sorry. But usually we do. And we announced the winner of the show. So follow. And next week for sure, we'll put up the monthly ones because we're doing the monthly soda next week as well. So yeah, follow us on that. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. We got a new question from Mike that we'll answer next episode because we're doing his final one from his last batch today. So yeah, keep sending us questions, especially for the audience that we haven't heard from yet. We've been getting a little bit more comments from you guys. I appreciate it. So keep them coming. I love hearing from you guys. Meanwhile, you can subscribe if you like the show on YouTube. If you're watching the video version, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the podcasts. We are continually growing a little bit. I very much appreciate our progress, and thank you guys to all the newcomers that are watching us on YouTube. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. You can also subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you prefer the audio version of the show. Fun fact, the audio version of the show comes out first. It's easier to edit, so it comes out very quickly. So check us out on that if you want to listen to the episode before it gets on YouTube. But yeah, leave us a 5-star review as well while you're at it. Our theme music is by Drum Fu, and you can follow him at drum_fu. Fantastic, talented music producer. I keep forgetting to shout him out. I don't think I've shouted him out in a while, but there you go. He's awesome. Follow him. And I think that's it. I think we got everything. Let's get into the show proper. My Hero Academia. This is My Hero Academia, chapter 357, Wounded Hero, Burning Bright and True. Last we left off, Endeavor went beast mode and has decided to take the fight directly to All For One, and he lost his arm in the process of defending Hawks and the students of Class 1A, Jiro and Tokoyami, from an all-out tendril attack. And he punched All For One so hard with a fist that he made out of fire, like a fire fist construct. It's pretty rad. Sent All For One into next week. I think this chapter opens up with All For One flying. He's flying back, but he seems to have created some kind of shield around him to kind of take the brunt of the blow. But he is still struggling because his life support mask has been destroyed by Jiro and Tokoyami and Hawks. So very he's on the ropes. It's not looking good. Yeah, he's so shocked that Endeavor's coming at him so hard. It gives him flashbacks to when All Might fucked his shit up all those years ago. It's a pretty cool little moment. We get this dope ass splash page where Endeavor has his fire fist at the ready, and All For One thinks to himself, "Wounded heroes are always the scariest." Scary. He is terrified. And Endeavor doesn't let up. A lot of this is just Endeavor getting his fucking ass rocked. He gets hit with the vanishing jet burn. Hawks is whoa, why didn't you use Prominence Bird there? He's no, he's going on the defensive. It's not fucking time yet. So yeah, he's in a flow state right now. Endeavor's just going berserker. Just just bringing down hell on Endeavor, punching through his guards. All the other heroes are we gotta get the fuck out of here. Endeavor is going ham right now. Endeavor even has heat vision. He's
he pulls out the heat vision.
Yeah, it was actually pretty rad. Endeavor tries to do something with his hands, but he heat visions it to a crisp. It's not good. He keeps beating him down, and we get a little monologue, an internal monologue from Endeavor as he's thinking about that all his mistakes in life manifest into Toya, leading to so many stolen futures. And he's saying that he thinks about rage, resentment, and even penance are wound together towards the future, and the future is a path for the young. So that's why I have to win this. For the younger generation, we get a little vision of what he sees of the future. We see an adult Todoroki walking towards an adult version of all the kids from UA. It's kind of cool. Cool little moment there. And, Endeavor vows to continue to keep paying his penance and keep his eyes on Toya after he wins today. And he just like does this inferno thing. He goes supernova like Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four movie.
His prominence burn.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight, Chris.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, he does the prominence burn.
He basically did a Human Torch on him. You weren't wrong.
Okay, yeah. So back
Trying
off.
Hash browns, yo.
Yeah, no, he cooks him alive. Endeavor is what Gordon Ramsay would call overdone, overcooked. He's not good. He doesn't have his hyper regeneration either. Even if he did, and he were keeping it a secret without a durable body like Shigaraki, he's still a dead man. And that's when Hawks yells at Endeavor to get away. And we get All For One having his big old Aizen moment where he's like, did you really think I'd casually saunter up to the big finale empty-handed? And he knew that, this body wasn't good for the final battle. So he thought, why not try this out? And we get like kind of an image of Eri and the little anti-quirk, what do they call vials, I guess? Like the little bullets they make to take away quirks. I think they're going to take away Endeavor's quirk, but we get this big splash page of Endeavor as well. Looking gross, chipping away as, he says that heroes don't have a monopoly on big sacrificial moments. You see one big protruded eye. He looks almost like a Heartless. It's kind of crazy.
It looks like he... All right, I'll let you finish the chapter first.
Yeah, no, he says to himself inside of his mind, villains are also scariest when wounded. And then we cut over to Midoriya, who's still on his way to the battle, but the visage of the first One For All user appears outside of him, and he's like, Midoriya, I have a bad feeling about this. And we look into the distance, and we see little dots approaching Midoriya. We don't know if these are enemies or heroes, but Midoriya's like, what's that? And that's where the chapter ends. Wowee. Big chapter. Very, very interesting. Josh, what were your thoughts on this chapter?
This was tough because there were three really good chapters this week. Two that were especially great. But I gotta give my RGC to My Hero Academia for this week. Oh,
I mean, it's mine as well. So, Brian?
Ask me? You even got to ask me.
Well, My Hero Academia gets its second unified really good chapter of the week in a row.
Unified RGC! Unified RGC! Unified RGC!
Go on, Josh.
Okay. With that out the way, I want to go back to what I think about what happened at the end. So, they showed a picture of Eri, right? And remember them having the bullets, but I also just thought about her ability. And what do you see happening with All For One? He's talking about, like, making a sacrifice, but I want you to see what's going on in the picture. Mm-hmm. He has an eyeball and there's an ear on the left side of his body. What do you think is happening?
He's reverting back to a younger version of himself.
Yes, that's exactly what I think is happening. I don't know what's up with the sacrifice. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I guess I could speculate on it, but I'm really sold on the fact that he's regenerating.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what the sacrifice could be. Heroes don't have a monopoly on big sacrificial moments. Like, why did he wait until he was half dead to revert?
And probably loses a lot of quirks because of it, no?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, if Ares' power is just kind of like turning the clock back on people to a degree, he would probably lose a lot of quirks depending on how far back he turns that clock. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know, he waited for this moment just because he wanted Endeavor to get nice and close and use his ultimate attack on him, so that like Endeavor wouldn't have any other options after. But yeah, Josh, did you have any more to say?
I just wanted to talk about the fight in general. It was crazy. I guess gave me the same vibes that the it didn't give me the same vibes that the normal fight did, because there was such peril throughout that. Like, I had no idea what was gonna happen next. I thought that society was about to fall after he got knocked out that first time and got stabbed through the chest.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was different. That was like peak My Hero for me personally, but this was still one hell of a battle. I mean, All For One's been talking all that shit, man. And we knew this was coming, but I didn't think it was gonna happen like this, yo. I mean, Endeavor really put on. Look how he dragged him. You have to see. I don't have to say anything about the art, right? We already know what time it is.
Yeah, we know what time it is.
I want you to go back to page 7. Look as he's like frightened, as he's like getting blasted, to where Endeavor breaks through his arms to grab him, and he sets his fucking body on fire. He goes from getting blasted to him grabbing his body and igniting him. So he's literally being set ablaze from like the inside, essentially, and getting dragged miles just to get brought up and then get finished with his, like, dude brings out the hypervision to kill any hope he had with his hands, drags him up to the sky and finishes him while thinking about while reflecting on his past and figuring out what his new purpose is. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's really incredible, man. And I think we already made a point that it's not about Endeavor being redeemed. It's about him, understanding what he did wrong, coming to terms with it, and trying to improve as a person. And I mean, shit, packing out All For One of the worst bad guy ever. You know what I mean? That's a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally smoked his pack.
Yeah.
Look at his body. But well, I guess he's about to revert. But that's crazy.
But you know, the it's the thought that counts.
Would like go back in time too. That'd be lit.
Yeah, but were those all your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess. I don't have any philosophical statements or anything. I wonder what Midoriya is about to run into. Imagine it's a bunch of flying no moves and he just he just violates real quick.
It would be cool, you know, to see Midoriya do something cool.
Maybe it's gonna be flying helicopters or no moves that are gonna be shooting out those bullets.
Maybe. Well,
I think, Brian. Oh, unless you have any have rebuttals or
no, I'll save mine for my thoughts and stuff.
This chapter was a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 art, 10 out of 10 story. You know, it had a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end. I feel like this is a nice little bow to Endeavor's story. Like, I don't think he's gonna get out of this fight alive. And I feel like we've reached the pinnacle of his story here. Like, now it just needs a conclusion.
He needs to die.
He's probably, I don't know if he needs to die, but he'll probably die. Cause they officially shifted his story. Like, at first it was all about forgiveness, right? He wanted to be forgiven for what he's done. But he realized, nah, I can't be forgiven for this shit. Like, he finally realized, no, this isn't about forgiveness. This is about penance. This is about, you know, accepting the fact that there are things you can't take back, but it's all about what you do to live with it, you know? How do you pay back all the pain you've caused? And what you can do is to put what he can do is he can put his everything into this for the future, for the people that he hurt, for the people that he could have treated better. Like, this is his way of kind of, you know, kind of trying to give back, for everything that he's taken. And it was a great way to show growth in his character instead of like continuing to dwell on it and continuing to feel all that guilt. He put it towards something instead of just self-loathing or allowing it to be like a point of weakness for him that somebody can exploit. So him finally breaking free of that and pushing forward and trying to live up to the name that he just so desperately wanted. Like, this was a big fucking chapter for his character. And he did so much as the number one hero here. But it looks like the number one villain has a little bit of a countermeasure for him, which fucking sucks. So we'll see what happens. I don't think he'll have I don't know if he'll reverse. If he'll like de-age. I don't know if that's gonna happen, because can they even clone quirks like that?
I don't know. That's
don't
a good
think so.
question. I actually forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna de-age, but there's something. It's definitely something lethal. I think it's more dangerous than de-aging. I feel like maybe he has he has like a countermeasure, like something that he never used before. It's a quirk that he's had for a very, very long time that he's never used until now. Like, literally where he's on the brink of death. All Might wasn't a killer, Like, All Might had morals. He would beat you, he would defeat you, but he won't kill you. Endeavor is going for the kill, right? Like, Endeavor doesn't have that kind of moral code. He will try to take out somebody for good. And this is probably the first time All For One has actually been in this kind of situation before, where somebody's literally about to murder him. So this is probably the first time he'll ever have to actually use this quirk. So I think it's something we've never seen before. But we'll see what happens next chapter. So what I think Deku sees at the end of the chapter, I'm hoping to God that it's Koichi. I really hope it's Koichi from the My Hero Vigilantes.
Oh, you think
I really hope it's him, because it would be so fucking sick. I mean, Vigilantes just ended. And he could come back from America, because he ended the series in America. I really hope that that's him, like, coming over on a jet or some shit, like Stars and Stripes. That would be so fucking sick. I want him to show up in this series so bad, but I doubt it's gonna be him. But it would be fucking awesome if it was. But those are all my thoughts. Love this chapter.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, obviously, we got a unified really good chapter of the week on this one, so also really liked it as well. I mean, like somebody commented last week, I think on one of the Jujutsu Kaisen videos, about how like we should show panels on this, and we can't because last time we did.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, last time we tried it, I went to bed and I woke up and our channel was nuked. So we try to stay away.
Shueisha comes after us.
Yeah, we try to stay away. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could show it for this one panel where he's like got the fist cocked back. That's like, it's so fucking sick.
Yeah. Google it.
I mean, yeah, Google it. I mean, you also
I have it cut in and everything.
If you're watching this, you read it. You know what we're talking about.
Or support the official release.
Yeah.
Not for real, guys, but like if y'all want, I'll call out pages specifically when I'm talking about something, so y'all can look it up. Chapter such and such, page this.
Yeah.
Or we could draw our own bootleg versions.
Throw them up on the video, man. They're gonna snipe us down.
Yeah.
Or we could draw our own like little bootleg versions of the
I wouldn't mind. I'd probably try it. Hey, if you guys want that, let me know. I'll draw
like the people selling DVDs on the subway.
Honestly, if you guys
for Shonen Jump,
if you guys want, I'll draw my shitty little versions of of your favorite panels of the chapters of the week if you think it's interesting, or like chapter pages I liked. So yeah, let me know if that's something you want to see. I feel like it's an interesting way to get the panels on here. But that being said, I really liked it. I love that it was kind of like more of an elaboration on Endeavor's arc here. It's interesting you say that about his like arc about, you know, initially wanting to be forgiveness, because like the way I remember it, I don't think he did. I think he like kind of, once he realized and truly realized what he did, I think from then on he knew that like what I did was pretty unforgivable, you know, like that's why I'm moving out of the house, you know. I'm not, he's once he really truly understood what he's done, he's been very like repentant about it, and not, he's never like asked for forgiveness or expected it. But you know, he's just like always on the road, and it is just kind of like a great way to tackle this, you know, because like a lot of like shonen is a very optimistic kind of thing where like a lot of times things work out and people are redeemed. You know, we see that a lot in Naruto where like monsters are very much redeemed by the end of their arcs, and My Hero Academia is not like that. You know, it very much takes the gravity of what Endeavor was very seriously. And I'm glad, you know, like this is one of the things I was very excited about when it came to My Hero Academia, is how they would tackle this particular thing. But I just thought this was a really beautiful chapter. It's really about taking Endeavor. It's about Endeavor kind of like taking his biggest flaw and trying to turn it into something constructive, which is his insecurity and his inferiority complex, and just kind of like twisting it into something that's more productive for society and for his children and for the children that he mentors. So I think that's like a really cool message to send. You know, it's like everybody, I guess, deserves a second chance within reason, and Endeavor is certainly within that reason. So it'll be interesting moving forward. As far as what I think All For One is doing here, you see the bullets and you see Eri, and I think like that's a reference to All For One has some like taken the bullets that is made out of Eri's DNA and absorbed her quirk that way. But like he doesn't have her quirk itself. Like he didn't snatch it from her personally, because what usually happens when All For One takes a quirk is that other person loses it.
Yeah.
So what Endeavor probably did is just like a really risky process where he absorbs it from someone's blood, in Eri's case here, and uses it, but it's like very unstable, and it probably he has like less control over it than he would if he would have taken it from Eri herself. So
I think
I think the sacrifice here is that like they mentioned that Eri's power is so powerful that if she loses control of it, or if she doesn't control of it and she uses it too much, she can revert people all the way back to like to like a fetus, basically. Like, so I think that's what Endeavor's doing. He's really reversing the clock on himself to a point where maybe he was at his peak and trying to use that little one moment he has to strike an Endeavor once and for all and then die.
Maybe it's gonna extinguish him,
or he's doing that process.
Yeah, he's just,
or by touching Endeavor, he's doing that process to Endeavor as well. But I don't know. Those are my 2 cents. That's
like a suicide attack. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah,
he's just gonna keep reversing himself to non-existence, essentially.
That's what I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the former one, Chris.
Yeah, because I think in theory, like he knows he's gonna live on and
as long as he can and keep getting younger.
Exactly, he's gonna Benjamin Button him to death. But yeah, I think in theory, because he knows that he's still gonna be alive within Shigaraki, and eventually he's gonna be Shigaraki, so he can make this sacrifice play and not feel any type of way about it. And yeah, I mean, that's just what I think. It could be a number of things. We've been wrong a lot So it could very well be that.
Yeah, but I didn't think about the bullet. I completely forgot about the bullets.
Yeah.
What if the mouse is still the bad guy? Anyway.
What if what? I didn't hear you.
What if the mouse is still the bad guy?
Shut up with that.
Why would this point to that?
Leave him alone.
I mean, Josh, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But what's your thinking here? What
Maybe he's gonna sabotage the heroes in the school. Like, sorry guys, this was actually the plan all along.
Yeah.
Now take Bakugo's power and fight Midoriya, and he'll be so sensitive that you're using Bakugo's power that he'll lose.
I'll tell you what, Josh. I'm on this train with you. Nezumi is evil until the series is over. Until the series is over and Nezumi is proven
He's the real all for one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of that.
So there you go. Nezumi is still evil. And that's that we're sticking to it until Horikoshi calls me on the phone and is like, he's not fucking evil. Stop telling people that. I'll always say he's evil. But yeah, I think that's it for me though. Great chapter. Real beautiful overall, beautiful character arc for Endeavor. I can't wait to see how this concludes. But yeah, good to see Midoriya again. It feels like it's been forever. But yeah, I don't have any more thoughts. Do you guys have any rebuttals? Any more thoughts to get through?
Negative.
All right.
You think Midoriya is going to be on literally every fight? Like, he's going to show up at every fight that everybody has? It looks like he might make a detour to this fight. Like, he touched the Toga fight. He might touch the All for One fight.
He left.
He might go after Spinner.
Yes.
He left the Toga fight.
Everyone. Oh, I mean, there's only a handful of fights going on. The only fight he's not going to pull up to is the Fat Gum one because he knows better. And by he, I mean the author.
Mm. Was that a threat?
It's a promise.
Mm. All right.
Dude, I want to know what happened in the Spinner fight.
Shoji's taking him down. That's what's happening. Tentacle Man. Mr. Tentacle.
Do you really want to know?
Do you not want to know, Josh?
Yeah, I do.
Are you not interested in it? Damn.
I feel bad about that.
Damn. Yo,
At
Josh
least you forgot it was happening. Hopefully maybe it'll be lit. See, you keep the standards low, so when it's decent, you're like, oh.
Spinner's a Hulk now. Remember?
He's the Hulk now?
He's a big guy. He's giant now.
Oh,
He's ripped.
he's the Titan now?
He's a ripped lizard. He's jacked. He's a jacked lizard man with a big dumb knife sword. That's going to be epic, and you're just mad that it's going to be so epic.
Big guy. He's Yami. He's literally Yami.
You're gonna be
now.
like, wow.
He's
You're gonna
Yami.
be like, wow, this was the best fight in all of My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
This is number 0 Yami. That's literally who that guy is now.
He's Yami now?
Nothing he says matters anymore. It's all it means to an end to prove one of the hero's points. You know it. Can we get off of this series, please?
Yeah, we can move on. Let's move forward.
Yeah, we loved it. I feel like I'm throwing dirt, and it's like we get that shit. Got
Yeah, you don't have to. You're throwing dirt naturally. This is just who you are, Josh.
Yeah, y'all digging it out of like y'all.
Yeah, we just like something too much, Brian. We forgot.
My bad.
We can't like something to a certain degree. Otherwise, Josh will be like, even though he gave it the RGC, Josh will be like, well, it's not that great.
It was.
All right.
It was great. Prominence burn, bro.
Yeah.
We should have a Josh exclusive award that says really not great chapter.
Yeah. The not that good chapter of the week.
Certified really not great chapter.
I will make that drop. Certified
Actually,
average chapter. Certified average chapter.
Yo, listen. Leave a comment and agree if y'all want me to do this. like we should find a YouTube video where it's like a top 10 like favorite like manga chapters and just have me watch them and be like,
No.
I'll be honest. I could watch that all day. I could watch Josh do that all day and not even elaborate. Just look at it and be like, just do one of his faces. Like, all right. We should really move on then. Let's go to our next chapter. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right. I'm handing over the reins to Josh
Jujutsu
again.
Kaisen.
We're continuing our round robin. Is that what it would be technically? Anyway,
roundabout.
It's more of a give and go in this situation since you're gonna cover Undead.
all right, yeah, go for it.
Or we could shed it. Anyway, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chapter 189, Tokyo Number 2 Colony, Part 8. And as y'all will grow accustomed to, I have my alternate title, Kashimo Gets Busy Part 2. Alternate title, Kashimo is really for sure dead ass that nigga. I don't have a fourth title. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Okay. So last we left off, Kashimo made the most cash money play in the most recent couple months.
Cash of money.
Right. Well, yeah. Get it? Yeah, like that.
The most cash of money play.
and somehow through the incredible odds, the tall odds of defeating someone that can't be killed, was able to line up Hikari with one of his special lightning strike moves where he was able to create a current from his rod that he left from the beginning of the fight. Chess master. To the point where they was at from, I guess, whatever distance. And because it's lightning, it travels real fast. And he timed it to hit him right when his invulnerability ended. Kashimo got him.
Mm-hmm.
I got this right now. What I'm gonna go through the rest of this chapter, but in my eyes, moving forward, Kashimo won.
Yeah.
I want to be clear about that. But we'll deliberate on that later. All right. So, as Hikari gets his fucking midsection blasted open by lightning, and Kashimo's like, "Yep, that was me. I did it." And before Hikari hits the ground, he gets lucky. What can I say? Something about increased probability. He didn't know that it was about to be an increased probability. It was like hidden. So I guess it's like a high ace up my sleeve type of situation for Hikari. I'm calling bullshit, but that's the nature of his ability, right, guy? Well, I'm not.
Yeah. He's literally plot armor in a hero in a chapter. Like that's his power. I have plot armor.
It's happening before our very eyes. It's happening before Kashimo's eyes. His reaction is, wow. Whoa. What am I dealing with? And before his very eyes, like I said, he gets lucky. He hears the music start again, and he starts to regenerate. Yeah. So, but Kashimo's such a champion that he's not that dazed. He's just like, whatever, okay, you a cheese man. It's alright. I've beaten niggas like you before, I guess. I don't know where else he would have got that confidence from. So, yeah, Hikari. Hikari starts explaining how he fought somebody that was into manga. I guess, the dude that he murdered off screen that I forgot about already.
Charles?
Or something.
Charles, that's his name. G-Pen
Man.
Man.
Did he say his name?
He doesn't say it now, but I remember. I just remember his name.
Well, that's awesome.
He just says he has a manga brain.
Thank you for the rest of for everybody else listening on their behalf. Because I tell you this, I care less.
Mm.
But yeah, so he starts reminiscing on the mangaka that he smoked, and says, "How's this for electric?" And summons. No, he doesn't summon his domain. He releases his domain. And I guess it's like a room there. I didn't realize that like they was in a room being transferred around like the area. But apparently when he closes the room, he falls into water, which was, I mean, we don't talk about Kashimo being big brain. Hikari really, was thinking a few steps ahead with this. I mean, just using the elements against him. Because, Kashimo is like his spirit. We've already determined that his spiritual energy is literally electricity. And for him to be using it is going to go badly with water because, water is a conductor and it's going to squeeze all the juice out of him like a sponge, essentially. That's not exactly how it works scientifically, but,
Close enough.
That's what we're on New Jump City. Yeah. So some wild shit happens. Like Hikari gets Kashimo gets a little bit of luck too, which I'm not going to complain about. Where I guess some cursed spirits jump up from the water to maybe attack both of them. Seems like they're only attacking Hikari. Whatevs. I mean, Kashimo's kind of a cursed spirit anyway, right?
No, he's a sorcerer still.
Literally just a sorcerer.
Yeah, he's not a curse. He's a sorcerer.
He's got more skill and technique and self-discipline, so he's able to surf these cursed spirits while Hikari is struggling just a little bit. And then, man, we get one hell of a sequence where they're jumping from these huge water, nasty cursed spirit centipedes and frogs and, busting them up, and Hikari's chasing Kashimo, and Kashimo's trying to keep his distance because Hikari's on full cheese mode. But Hikari is able to finally knock him off one of these cursed spirits and into the water because he used his cursed energy to block his attack. Because I guess he would have died if he got hit by Hikari without it. So it makes sense. He hit him. He was able to hit him while he was still dispelling his cursed energy right into the water, basically doing what it was Hikari planned to do in the first place. Trying to squeeze him out of all of his cursed energy, and it's working. Kashimo's tight, but then Hikari gets a whiff of something and falls to his death. Not to his death. He falls into the water. I guess but thankfully while he's still invincible because the water's still getting fried, and we find out that apparently, and I'm going to read this straight from the manga, guys. Kashimo uses the process of electrolysis to turn to make chlorine gas out of the water and his electricity. So this is what they explain. Chlorine is the first deadly poison humankind developed for use as a chemical weapon. While suppressing cursed energy leakage as much as possible, Kashimo used electrolysis on the seawater to generate chlorine gas. And he says, Kashimo says, you could kill a user of reverse curse technique by destroying the brain in one blow, or with toxins that can, that's too complex for somebody to manually, remove from their system unless they're, a fucking surgeon or something like that, and they can use their cursed energy in a surgical way. But even that is probably really challenging and holds you up. So it's like a GG situation. Who'd have known? Poison is the way to beat cursed sorcerers. I bet if any of these guys end up being in the death battle in the future, that's either gonna be the way they lose if whoever they match up with, or that's something they're gonna call out as significant. Anyway, I digress. So Kashimo's like, yeah, bro, I got you. I knocked you out. That's kind of all right. So this is what happened, guys. He's still in his invulnerable form, but because he inhaled the gas, his body, he had to heal himself one way or another. So it still knocked him out because his body wasn't impervious to it automatically, right? So right as Kashimo's about to, well, he's not about to do anything. He's just waiting for the invincibility to run out from Hikari. We see Hikari shoot the cursed energy out of his nose like he did a couple chapters ago, obviously seeing that he's regenerating and releasing the toxins, and proceeds to beating the shit out of Kashimo underwater. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He can't believe it. Kashimo can't believe that this is the case. Because he still has invincibility, and there's nothing he can do as he gets as he's getting pieced up. But Kashimo has, I guess, some type of special move up his hand and makes an explosion in the water, and the chapter ends. Okay, guys, that was Jujutsu Kaisen. For this being mostly a fight, there was a lot to bring.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll go first on thoughts.
Oh, yeah, please, Chris.
Okay, so I really like this chapter. I mean, this is just an entertaining fight overall. I was a little right. I was half right when I said that his domain, if he could get his domain up, he could heal himself at some point. But okay, so here's how I interpret the hidden probability, because they do have like a little paragraph down here that explains that there is a pachinko mode that appears similar to faster spins, but actually carries increased probability. I don't know enough about pachinko to really like dispute, so I'll take their word for it. But what I think is the equivalent here is that Hikari was able to get his domain going right on time, so the domain kind of sped up to his death, to the point where he was gonna die. So I guess it's timed to his actual death. So the jackpot, like the slot machine, so to speak, the pachinko machine, rolled faster, and he just happened to fucking get Rishi again. He just happened to hit the fucking jackpot once again. And they even like annotate here that like he is just incredibly lucky, which, to be honest, I feel like is a very brave thing to do in like a narrative, to establish that like things happen by coincidence. Because I feel like you could easily lose like a crowd with that, just to be like, he does indeed have plot armor. So, I guess I respect Jujutsu Kaisen in that way. I mean, I don't know. I guess I buy it just because like it's established that it's very luck oriented, and Kinji Hikari himself is very good at utilizing his luck. It's not that just he's lucky, is that he's very good at making the most out of his good fortune. So, that's like an established thing. So that's why I guess like it's easier to digest than, like an ass pull type of thing, because a lot of I think it's because Hikari's domain rules in particular are so fucking elaborate that there's a lot established that makes it a believable circumstance. But yeah, no, this was mad fun to read. Just because Hikari is not all powerful, like
Yeah.
it does seem like his domain is overpowered, but all it really does is just buy him time. Like it doesn't. It just like keeps him going, but it doesn't make him stronger in any way. It just like allows him to fight longer against people who would normally like probably beat him.
I think he gets a power up actually from it.
Does he?
I could be wrong, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not exactly sure either. Maybe in his like his immortal mode, he's like a little stronger as well. I mean, he's outputting a lot of cursed energy, just in general. So that's part of it for sure. But yeah, the stuff with the underwater, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
There's an interesting thing where he was just like figuring out what to do because he only had 5 seconds underwater left. Because that's always a thing he also has to keep in mind, is that like he's constantly had to fight people who are like waiting for him to run out of the immortal stuff so they can kill him. So he has to always be acting fast, and he can't, in this particular situation, use his domain so easily, because he's already around electricity and fucking chlorine. So it's not great. He's not in a great state right now. You see that he's like, there's like a little scar brewing on him because like the sea temperature is rising around him, indicating I guess he's like gonna boil alive once his weird immortal state is over. But yeah, lots to think about. Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be on break for 2 weeks, which sucks. Because I can't wait to see. I feel like the next chapter is gonna be the end of this battle. And I'm excited to see how Hikari gets out of this one. But those are really my thoughts. Just a fun set of chapters, with a very cool and unique ability, I guess. But yeah, Brian, do you have any thoughts?
I don't have much to say about this chapter. It was very nice, very fun. The action is always a good thing. I only have one question about the manga brain shit. What the fuck does he mean by that?
What do you mean?
I still don't get it. Like when he says I have a manga brain right now, I don't know what he means by that. Does that mean he can like copy? Does that mean he can kind of use other people's curse technique as well?
I don't know.
Like, is he predicting the future or some shit? Like, what does he mean by that when he says that? I don't get it.
Yeah, I think when he does that, I think he has to like do the panel thing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think he could take other people's abilities. That would be crazy. But
I just don't know what he means by that. And I want, like, sometimes, like, I like Jujutsu Kaisen, but sometimes this, like, they'll over-explain a lot of shit, but they won't explain certain things, and that is kind of annoying to me. Like, that brought this chapter down a little bit for me, was like, what are you talking about, Hikari? What the fuck are you saying right now? You're in the middle of a fight, you died like 4 times, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I think he's fine
What are you
that
saying, Josh?
being like creative, like he's like I feel like knocking out bad guys and doing all this crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I also think he's like kind of referring to more of a state of mind.
Like he's imagined himself as a main, I don't know, like a actor in a story, fantasizing.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense for me too.
So random. That's just a weird way to phrase it. He said it twice, though. He said it twice. That's what's bothering me. Is that he said it twice. He said it once, like a couple pages ago, and then he said it again. Like, why did you say it twice, Hikari? Huh? What are you trying to say right now, man?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's basically all I got for that. I'm like, come on, man. What are you talking about? Manga brain.
Well, Josh, what are your thoughts?
I like this chapter a lot. Obviously, I said that all 3 of them were really good this week. I feel like I said a lot how I felt in the beginning, yo. Kashimo, like, I feel for him. He's very skilled. Like he reminds me of the blood manipulator guy, but like times 10. He's way stronger than that guy, in my opinion. And it's crazy because he's just like this new character introduced that's supposed to that's clearly like, I guess, an adversary. But what are they gonna make of him? Like he has all of this personality attached to this character, and it's like I'm not saying I want Hikari to lose. I'm just I don't. I would be nice if they could draw something.
You don't want him to win with cheese.
Yeah,
with cheese all over his face.
Bro, why don't you just stay alive and rock out with us, and you'll be able to fight strong people all the time for fun without like killing them and stuff. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen, or maybe Hikari will just punch his head off his shoulder blades. Anyway, I thought it was really crafty the way that it was just like general, Jujutsu Kaisen crafty battling. I mean, they're jumping like the physics and dynamics are. The dynamic physics are on full display as they're jumping through these nasty cursed spirits in the water. Chasing each other down. There's the whole realistic element to it with the electricity in the water and how Kashimo was able to turn that into his favor. I was, they had a lot of everything. This was like the classic Jujutsu Kaisen chapter. It would have gotten RGC if the other 2 chapters weren't so good. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Sometimes it's because it's a mediocre chapter. Sometimes because something a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was. I can't wait to see how this concludes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really have other thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen. Anybody else have any closing arguments? All right, then. Let us move onward whenever my soundboard wants to go. There you go. Onward. Undead Unluck.
Do you?
This is Undead Unluck chapter 116. Stake your soul on the sword. On the sword. Sword. Last we left off with Undead Unluck, we have Nico trying to, basically in a death match with Andy to find out who's going to save their beloved first. Nico has made kind of a partnership with the UMA known as Ghost, and is using the power of his unforgettable negation to fuel these former Union members who have passed away, and fuel them with his memory of their negations, except for Chikara. He has a Chikara one that doesn't have Chikara's negation because he's not dead yet. So I guess he can't use it. But yeah, he also has this cool ghost scythe.
It is pretty cool.
It's pretty sick. But you know, as they're fighting, Andy is able to. Say again.
Shaman King.
Quote Shaman King, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaman.
King. I'm sorry, you keep cutting out. I need.
Hole, right, or something weird like that.
Wait, say that again. You keep cutting out.
In Shaman King.
Mm-hmm.
What's the weapon the kid uses? Isn't it a scythe or something?
No, it's a sword. It's a sword. You're thinking about Soul Eater.
So whoa.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was trying to think about. I was trying to take a dig at Shaman King.
What you got against Shaman King?
Nothing. Just that I didn't read it, and I know it's popular.
That is the most Josh sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hey, what's your problem, Josh? People like it.
I didn't read it, but people enjoy it, so I hate it.
Wasn't feeling it. I didn't like the art.
The art gets better over time.
I missed. There was a TV show out for it, and I never watched that episode of it either. So I feel like I missed out. So I had to project.
Well, it was 4 kids, so you didn't miss much.
Thank God.
It's a good series, though. Anyway. Yeah. So Andy decides to fight back against Nico by destroying his safe space, which is his laboratory where he has multiple good memories with his wife who passed away. So you know, the attacking of all of Nico's experiments and inventions is so traumatic to Nico that he just kind of like loses all sense of self. And this chapter opens up with the UMA Ghost taking advantage of Nico's weakened mental state to basically take him over entirely, and use Nico's body to do this cool negator UMA combo. So, which is honestly kind of a cool design. TBH, he has like the cool glowing ghost scythe, and he has like the big like ghost sheet over him. You know, it's really cool.
It's a fucking design, and apparently it's phase 2 for the ghost. The same way remember how the seasonal Umas had phases?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Umas can have phases too.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah. So the ghost UMA, Ghost Nico, just keeps swinging away at his scythe. He gets Andy in the leg, and after that, Andy's leg just stops working for him. It's just stuck. And the reason being is that the ghost scythe basically cuts away at your soul. So it's cutting at this Andy's soul. So whatever he strikes will cease to move because he has the piece of his soul that represents that body part like chipped away from him. So, you know, he's got his hand and his leg. So it'll mobilize the part of his body that he cuts. Andy counters by releasing the rest of his soul out from his body because you can do that now. because Ghost is a thing, I guess. So that you can go Ghost whenever you want, really.
Anybody, I guess, if you try hard enough.
Yeah. So he makes an attempt on Ghost, but Andy's soul, no luck, unfortunately. He can make in this form. Ghost can apparently make his body astral or physical at will. So, in the last moment when the soul attacked Nico Ghost, he turned himself physical, so the ghost attack wouldn't harm him. It sounds a little confusing, but it's kind of like the ghost Andy can't hurt Ghost Nico if Ghost Nico is physical, but physical Andy could hurt physical Ghost Nico, and vice versa.
Right. They have to coordinate the attacks.
Yeah. So Ghost does this cool thing where he reaches out and grabs both Andy and his ghost, and are like, "Man, will you be my friend or food?" And Andy's the duel.
Will you be my That's actually kind of funny how that's like the B plot of this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
That Ghost actually legit wants friends.
Yeah.
And he's undead and I guess unforgettable to be his friends too, and Fuko and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He wants friends. That is legit. He's just going about it the wrong way, like really, really the wrong way.
Yeah, the super wrong way.
Yeah, all the way the wrong way. Like if he was supposed to go right, he went left, but didn't go around the planet. He went straight over like he didn't curve with the planet. He went straight. Went to like another planet or something. That's how fucking left he went.
Yeah.
It never returns to being right.
Yeah.
Forever goes left into the void of space. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he strolled straight off of our sweet flat Mother Earth. So he has both of the ghost Andy and the physical Andy by the neck. And they both be like, "How about neither?" And both of them are about to stab him at the same time, because if they do that, then no matter what, one of these swords is going to hit, because both the physical and the ghost Andy are attacking at the exact same time. Ghost Nico's counter to that is like, "Well, I have Fuko right here, so if you try to attack me with this move, then you might hit Fuko." And they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. But luckily for them, Nico all of a sudden Ghost Nico's like, it hurts. And it turns out Nico is fighting back against Ghost influence, tearing Ghost apart. And
literally tearing the sheet apart on his face.
Yeah.
I guess that hurts Ghost.
Yeah. And Nico literally pulls Fuko's ghost out from his torso. It's like, "Give it back." So he gives Andy the idea of, "Hey, kill both of us right now. There's a lag every time a rule is erased. So you have time to, once you kill me, get Fuko into her body and do what you gotta do." So Andy, without hesitation, is like, "Bet."
Yeah.
He said silver waxing moon kills Nico and Ghost, assumedly, and frees Fuko's ghost from the weird ghost cage. And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think?
Okay, this was my runner-up for RGC. I really liked this chapter. Really. Yeah, as fun as the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter was. However, I thought, all right, I want to break down this moment that happened to use an example from last night. So I was playing Fortnite with my friends, guys, right? Story time. And we were playing one of the mini game modes called Imposters, right? Now, the objective of the game
Talking
is
about the Among Us mode?
Yeah, basically. So if you guys know what Among Us is, it's essentially the same shit, but there's 10 players dropped in a ring, right? Nobody could communicate with each other while you know what I'm saying? During like normal play. And out of the 10 people, 2 people are imposters, and they have to go around and try to eliminate everybody, right? And be sneaky and conniving. Cause when someone dies, you can call a discussion for it. Or you could just call a discussion in general after a certain amount of time. If you have suspicions or you want to try to manipulate people into voting somebody out, it gets pretty crazy, yo. Point is, right? It just so happened that one of the people that we was in a party chat with, like it was like 7 of us playing in a group, and then it would be like 3 other people like that would come in. It was one of our people that was an imposter and one random. We found out that random was an imposter because he killed somebody and made it obvious. We seen him run away, like, come on, bro. So, we reported it. We was like, all right, yo, it's 8. It's definitely 8. Yo, tell me why this snake ass motherfucker is like, all right, yeah, I'm the imposter and my partner is this guy. He rats out, the guy that's in our party. Yeah, like, cause he was mad. Yeah. And that's
I respect it.
So that all right, so after he did that, we was just like, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna make you win now because he said that shit, and we just was fucking around and voting other people out and like letting him kill other people and not reporting it just to prove, you know what I'm saying? Because we was like, nah, that's some foul shit. Like, how you gonna snitch? And then he wasn't able to be the imposter like the whole night until that game. And then when he finally got that role, he got snitched on. That's fucked up, man. So I feel like, and this is kind of a weirdly similar situation because Ghost was on some cheeseball shit. He's like, oh, you found out a clever way to beat me? Well, guess what, Fuko? You gonna kill some of your life to beat me? Right? So, yeah. And the scientific logical brain of Unforgettable could not believe it and was like, no. You take Fuko, kill me right now because you won, bro.
Yeah.
You like he was saying, nah, this doesn't compute. We're the same person still, and I'm not winning off of me losing.
Yeah. Yeah. His science brain, he was just like, oh, ghosts aren't real. This shit's stupid. Use your brain. There is no God. I'm an atheist.
Right. Which serves him right, because he's the one that gave in to Ghost in the first place. But I understand the trauma.
Yeah.
Ghost was mad.
Yeah, Ghost.
Oh, yeah, he can't. So, I mean, what else can I say about the chapter? The art's been incredible. Like you said, this is one of the best character designs I've seen in a little while amongst this manga. Not just Undead Unluck, just in general. Like he meshes up to a lot of these other characters, my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Appearance wise. Yeah, I also just want you guys, I guess Chris in particular, but focus on like how Andy's face is so different now, like in this fight and even prior, like when he was getting beat up by Unforgettable. She's in super serious mode now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he reacts to stuff, the way he just was like, yes, I'll kill you immediately. He's not second guessing nothing. He done been through that already. He's really revving up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of cool. I wonder if he's gonna hit like some type of fucking boiling point and go crazy with his ability or something, like real masochistic type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Looking forward to more Undead Unluck. Please don't end anytime soon. Please give us another 2 calendar years.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Yeah, no, I mean, I thought this chapter was great. This whole arc was pretty crazy. For as weird of a left turn and suddenly very dire everything got, I am really appreciating the stakes in this. I think with Nico in particular, his backstory has been great, and his general character arc so far has been pretty cool. I feel like him breaking out of Ghost influences was like a really cool, like, kind of foreshadowy thing. There's like something to Nico that was very resistant to the concept of the UMAs and the rules to begin with, and so I buy that he was able to just kind of like break free because he already had this kind of contentious relationship with just the idea, the premise of this series, that there are just these
Right.
things,
How dare you?
these physical manifestations of like natural laws or like just ideas.
Oh my god.
What?
What if God is actually the author?
Oh my god, that'd be crazy. I mean, it would make sense. I'd buy that. Yeah, no, I mean, I buy it. If he meets, if
Series 8, the whole point of the fucking, like, one of the hugest premises. You said it yourself.
yeah,
Author is God.
yeah, it'll be Yoshifumi Tozuka at the end of all of this.
I imagine actual picture.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He doesn't even
it's
draw
drawn
himself.
hyper realistic.
Yeah,
On the background, he's the that's realistic. And then he touches Andy, and he becomes a real person.
no, yeah, he doesn't even draw himself. He just takes pictures of himself and photoshops them
Right.
in.
The next chapter is just like a full color, actual just pictures of someone cosplaying as Andy doing shit in the real world. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I'm here for that. But
I'm-
in any case, I mean, I really like this chapter. I thought it was like a pretty dramatic end. Andy's just gonna have to, I guess, kill all his friends in order to save them again.
That's what it's looking like.
So doesn't get much more tragic than that. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I think you hit the nail on the head pretty hard. That was Undead Unluck. I think it was pretty awesome. Check it out if you haven't already. Still a young series, technically, so you could always catch up. But yeah, do you have any rebuttals or anything?
Nah.
All right, then I suppose we should get into our final question. We had like a round of questions from Sketchy Mike, and this is our final one. It's a pretty big one. That's why it took so long, to be honest, to kind of like think about everything. But it's a play on a previous question. If the following rappers were in a manga, what would their abilities be? What would their superpowers be, technically? So this time we're answering for Lil Wayne, Currency, Future, T.I., Ghostface Killah, Big Pun, 21 Savage, UGK, or Outkast. So let's get it going. Josh, do you want to start off? Lil Wayne.
Okay. When I think about Lil Wayne, right, I think of like a very volatile personality,
Mm-hmm.
someone that does shit just for the fucking sake of it, not really, kind of marching to the beat of his own drum. A weirdo, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But truly talented. So, I don't know. How would his ability... Is this quirks? Is that what this is?
It can be whatever you want. It can inhabit, I guess, whatever system you want.
Last time it was quirks.
I think we did a combination of like that and Nen abilities. So, like, if I remember right.
All right. I'll see what it's like adjacent to. Okay. I've always thought he looked like a corpse. He's like an animated person. He just always looked like he always had the shades on, and he's always like so wrinkled all the time. I don't know. So for some, like that's what it's giving me, like haunted zombie vibes. So maybe that's his ability. Like he's actually like a corpse. So like he can like regenerate and activate other. He's like a necromancer. Yeah, that's what it is. He created an army of zombies by rapping, and the more psycho he gets with his rhymes and like stupid shit, he's like, oh man, I wish I would have did a little bit more research into this, but like there's something he says in this song called Blunt Blowing. When he's like, I can't even play it for y'all. It's gonna be like a copyright, right? Even if it's a few seconds.
Yeah, you probably can't play it.
Oh man, well, the more wilder he spits, the crazier his army of zombie fucking fight for him, and the stronger he gets as well. That's what a necromancer.
Yeah.
And when he's summoning zombies, he's like swinging his dread. He always has his shades on when he uses power. That's if you take his shades off and look him in his eye, you just can't do anything at all.
Hmm.
See, mine came with weakness.
I like it.
Actually,
all right, Lil Wayne for me. I had something. I like the guy who like beats marches to the beat of his own drum type of guy, kind of crazy, kind of like free spirited, free willing. At first I was thinking kind of like shapeshiftery, trickster type magic type shit. Something chaos magic.
like Loki.
Yeah, kind of like Loki a little bit. Just minor reality warping powers, cool illusions, shit like that. He's he's a trickster, I guess. That's my thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. Brian, do you happen to have anything for Lil Wayne?
I was thinking, Lil Wayne is a well-respected artist, despite, even if he's done some stupid shit or even had like terrible verses, he's still like an extremely respected person. So I'd say that whenever Lil Wayne raps, he like you always feel like you have to respect him while he's doing it. That's his power, where you have to kind of you're just like, oh well, even if it's bad, you're like, but that one mixtape, that shit was fucking fire. I love this guy. Like whenever he's rapping, that's what I pictured Lil Wayne's power would be. The power of infinite respect.
Infinite respect. Okay. So it's like Conqueror's hockey almost.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's very hockey.
Yeah, exactly. He bends people to his will.
All right. Cool. Next we got Currency. Josh, what do you think Currency's power is?
That's my god, Currency, king of the underground music, swag god himself. Teach you how to make moves to build on yourself and be a better person, and I guess more financially stable too. Kinda. He's more motivational as opposed to actual detail of how to be successful. But I digress. His ability. I need to think for a second.
I have kind of an idea.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, so Currency, as I've learned in some background information about Currency, seems to be kind of like a behind the scenes kind of guy. He makes a lot of projects better just by being associated with them. Like his input makes a lot. Makes a lot out of like what artists envisioned originally. So my idea for Currency is he's a power booster, kind of like a Blue Lantern. He can amplify the abilities of other people, just by being around them. And he has some base strength and speed stats as well. He can hold his own. But
Right.
He's very much a support guy. He's got some skill, like he's very like a knowledgeable person. He's very technique oriented in his battle, but he's very much like supercharging folks left and right.
Oh, you could say Blue Lantern.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Blue Lantern.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Go for it.
I like the idea of support. I'm gonna go with that, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit, right? So he's really big on two things: cars and smoking weed. So like he is an herbal booster. What he does is if he's smoking a blunt, if you're around him catching a contact high, it boosts your stats up. But if he rolls up a bunch of blunts, it boosts him up. Like the more blunts he has, he boosts him up, and we can pass it out to his peoples. They get stronger too. And then if their contact multiplies with other contact going on, and then once it gets to a certain threshold of like boost, it goes to the next level, and you see like old school Chevrolets coming out of nowhere, all the woodworks, and people like in them chilling with smoking more weed, being more relaxed. And of course, so he plans all of this. Like he starts smoking, he's dodging. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, fighting. He's like biding his time, kind of like Shikamaru. And then boys pull up, and then more niggas pull up, and it's into everyone smoking. And if everyone else, if you're not fucking with the vibe, currency. And the weed smoke makes you cough and it fucks you up, and like it doesn't debuff you because weed never debuffs you, you know, in general. But it does blur some of your senses if you're not used to it.
I like it.
Okay.
I like that the Chevrolets come with more weed.
Yeah, old school
They
Chevy.
say they come with weed. That's awesome.
Really, like, you know, like showroom, like car showcases and all of that. Like he's Rolls Royces, all different types of super fancy classical cars. And man,
Dude,
yeah, he's a guy who makes a fucking team, bro. Even if he's low key about it.
Dude, I thought you were gonna go the route that like after a certain threshold they just turn into cars.
That would be funny. So, what can I name mine? I'll name mine. A botanical booster, marijuana booster. I don't know.
Botanical booster was cool.
Booster.
I think
Why
it's
not?
Okay. Brian, do you happen to have anything for currency?
Not really.
That's all right.
Not really. I'm sorry.
All right. Future. Josh, what do you think Future's got? Say again?
How about Brian starts the future?
Brian, do you have anything for Future?
Let's see. Future. I haven't really heard anything from him lately. What is he in? Is he in anything? Have you guys heard anything from Future lately?
Yeah, he put out a new album recently. It's good. One of my favorite songs from
about that shit.
Called Carry to the Game though.
Real
smooth. Actually. Chill.
I'll say Future's ability is to be he keeps things extremely monotone. His power is that he does not have any emotion or inflection on his voice. but when you listen to dude, I don't know, man. I'm tired as fuck right now, but Future will like when you listen to him, you just feel like you're bro, I don't know, man.
He just blurred and like numb. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like that.
Okay.
So I got an idea.
Okay.
So Future, he's got the power of invisibility because I don't know him very well. However, his weakness is his invisibility is less effective the more proximity he gets to Russell Wilson. Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson.
That's his only kryptonite.
Yeah, that's
and and in this story, that's his plot. Like to finally get rid of him.
He has an Endeavor like storyline where he tries to commit penance for Russell Wilson being, I guess, a better dad.
So it's gonna be invisibility / sad boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's his arc. Sad boy is his arc. Invisibility is his power. But there you go.
Okay.
Josh, next is T.I. What do you got for T.I.? Oh, wait, you didn't give anything for Future, right?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. 1 second. Okay. For Future, this is how it's gonna work. He's an enhancer type, but not like with just like raw strength. It's all like it increases skills. Like he gets like smarter or yeah, I guess just more skillful, like thinks faster. Anyway, so this is what his power. He's like basically kind of like a vampire that snatches souls, but can switch back from like a demon vampire form or whatever, like demon form, and then like a regular form, right? So when he's in a regular form, he sounds normal. He dresses normal too, and he has, you know what I'm saying, he has little girls on or whatever. And if he could bag them, you know what I'm saying,
Oh, right.
till they soul, and he could use it when he turns into future mode. You know what I'm saying? And then you can hit an auto tune, and and he start, you know, these are all rappers, so they gotta rap when they start using their ability. That's just how it goes for me. So he starts doing his thing, and the more female souls he has, then builds up, the stronger. However, there's a caveat to this, right? The souls that are under him, if they learn to if actually have like a kind of like the souls in All for One's body. You know how they kind of like rejected him because they heard something? If they could do like the soul out of him, but they could also like kind of free their mind and go see things and go on the internet and learn things about self-help and being a. And if they do learn that to respect themselves and love themselves and not be with someone like him, this soul like gets out of him and their body formulates and they become a person and he loses a little bit of his power.
Wow.
The first person to do it and the person that's going around the world trying to like help girls like that is Sierra.
Yeah.
Which is also married to Russell Wilson.
Denver Broncos quarterback.
Both of these realities. In both the 37 rapper power universe and the 720 universe of rappers.
I like it.
I
like it.
All right.
Very, very complex power. T.I. is next. What do you got for T.I.?
I'm not going first. You go first.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Give me a second.
Damn.
Brian, have anything right now? Not yet.
No. T.I. is hard to think about.
Just wanted to write the stuff down real quick. Give me a second. All right. I'm going to just get into it. So, T.I. He has two different forms that are both effective for different scenarios. Kind of similar, not similar to Future, where there's one form that's truly for combat and the other one's like a farce, you know, like just like this kind of made up image or whatever. Whereas with Sky, he has two forms that he has no control over that he changes, kind of like Jekyll and Hyde, or like Bruce in the Hulk. But both of them are deadly in their own way. No, you know what? I take that back. It literally is like the Hulk, but just instead of being a big green monster or big monster in general, it's just someone that's more ruthless and violent, etc., etc. But okay, so you have TIP, which is the hood, like the gangster violent version. You know what I'm saying? He's just a powerhouse in general. You know, he gets the job done. He's not a big hulking mess though, but like he's got super gun work. You know what I'm saying? He can like make bullets out of nothing off of like random shit he got in his pockets and stuff. As long as he has material around him, he could turn it into bullets for guns, and you know he could scrap. And he's got like I said, like booster strength, somewhat. If he has a hat on, though, that's good. Like not doubled, but like you know boosted a little bit more. By the way, and then there's the other side. There's just T.I. This is how his power works. When he's just standing still doing anything, he's just an added or ordinary power or anything like that. But when he starts having a conversation with you, the situation starts. Whether he's just having a conversation with you about regular things like what you're about to do when you go to the store, or what do you think about like this, etc., or fight. You know, he starts talking, and as he starts, the bigger words he uses and the more eloquent he gets as he explains himself, right? And here's the kicker. The bigger the word and the more unnecessary the use of it is, it multiplies. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like the increase in his abilities, right? And like I said, he gets smarter, craftier, he thinks faster. He can anything regular humans could do, he's able to do with, I guess. Write better, rap better, he can fucking solve math problems better. Everything. Anything you could think of.
Okay.
But this is his weakness, right? His gang forms weakness is tough match, right? Or got bigger guns than him, he'll lose and maybe try to push up to the eloquent type, right? But if somebody's able to like fall and be like, yo, why are you using these words? You sound like an asshole. If you get him to be insecure and second guess the language, then that's like the whole situation falls apart.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna call that duality. No, we're gonna call that eloquent duality. No, that's only one. I'm just gonna say duality.
Yeah. My thing for TI, I have jack of all trades.
Oh,
He
cool,
can.
cool.
He is capable of doing anything he sets his mind to, but his proficiency is directly inverse to his confidence level in doing said thing. So the more confident he is about something, the worse he is about it. And it's based off just like him trying comedy and shit. He seems very like confident about that. So he's not very great. So there you go. He's capable of like pursuing anything, but he has to kind of be humble about it in order to be very good.
You got a name for that?
Jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, you said that.
All right. Next is Ghostface Killer. Josh, what do you got? If you have anything.
Yeah. Stronger is still a little something from the Boondocks. He popped up in an episode when Stink Meaner came back to whoop the Min family ass, by the way. And Ghostface like came back as a ghost to try to like talk sense to Huey and let him know like what's going on. Situation Stink Meaner, like he was dropping hints or whatever. Truly speaking, I had said all of this something, and I still have not. But it's gonna have to do something with him being a ghost. That's for sure. He has something with souls though.
I have an idea. If I can. Okay, so Ghostface Killer has the ability that if he is able to push your soul out of your body, he can make you a minion in his like army of souls or ghosts, so to speak.
Okay.
But he has to be able to overpower you. And you know, like that glove from Bleach that like pushes your soul out?
Mm-hmm.
He has to land a really good hit on like your chest. Like a good palm strike to your chest in order to do it.
And then he steals it, basically. Steals it.
Yeah, he pushes your soul out of your body, and you are now just kind of like beholden to him to become like a minion in his ghost army.
I'm gonna say, oh man, I don't have any more space to write. Let me see.
It's called Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have, Josh?
I got you.
So because he's part of a group of people, I'm gonna create a little background for him. So he's part of the Wu-Tang Clan, but in this universe, right, in the 37 universe, everybody passed away already, and he, like everybody in his neighborhood, like everybody in his team, like passed away and died, like one way or another, like through different means, not all at once, and he's like the last of his clan. So when he just, and this happened over the course of years and years. He's he's like an older guy, and with a lot of regrets and shit, a lot of experience. To to get little pieces and remains of like the equipment that each of them used, like to create music and stuff, and used it all to craft into like a mask that he puts on his face that he calls the ghost face mask. Right? And what he can do is he can channel like the personalities and ideas and abilities of his past clan members all at once. Like they're all viewing it at the same time. Like it's like a shared conscious, and it works and flows seamlessly. They accrue and they tight.
I like it.
And, he has powers that are exaggerated of what like the rest of the Ghostface clan, like Ghostface. I mean the Wu-Tang clan could do. I can't name drop all of the Wu-Tang clan members. Yeah, I know Red the Man.
Hey,
I know
if we get a part 3, he could put the other members of the Wu-Tang.
Sure,
You're not getting the entire Wu-Tang clan for the price of one.
They all have different types of martial arts, and they're all so like because they're big on that. Like some are swords, like some are swordsmen, other martial artists, some are ninjas, some are boxers. All different types of fighting styles, and they're all exaggerated and strengthened by each other. Like a network of strength that multiplies on each other.
I like it.
All right. Unless he starts losing in a rap battle or something.
Big pun.
I'm gonna call it Ghost Mask. Hold on.
You're gonna call it Ghost Mask?
Yeah.
Are you writing all these down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay. And I'm color coding it too based on what we said. Although it's not. Anyway, that's Brian's, by the way, the red. So look. Big pun. Remember Pig God from Punch Man?
Yeah.
That's how he is. He can consume anything and everything, and still steal your bitch. Somehow,
some way, he can just do it.
Still pulling shorties. I guess it has something to do with money.
Yeah,
but whatever. Yeah. That's just curricular stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be super high in depth.
Yeah. But yeah, he can consume physical objects, spiritual, and anything. You just have to beat him up. Like to beat him, you have to beat him before he consumes you. He's
like Majin Buu.
Yes.
Oh man, I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of ideas for big pun.
I feel mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it seems mean, but that's okay.
All I know about Big Pun is that my dad saw him once at an airport.
Oh,
that's about it. So his power could be airport celebrity.
He doesn't have to be a player anymore.
He's known by all fathers who see him at airports. That's his ability. But only works at airports.
He gets a buff every time a father he gets a buff every time a father sees him at an airport.
Yeah, that seems fair. I'll combine mine with Brian on this one. He gets stronger whenever a father recognizes him at an airport. It's called late arrival.
Late arrival.
21 Savage. Okay, I have a start. Okay, so at the start of 21 Savage's rhyme, he has 2 bars to have really drop a good bar. He gets 2 chances. The faster he can get, or I'll give him 4 bars. The faster he can get to a good bar, the stronger. And he has to say fucking 21 between 4 bars. He has 4 bars to get a really good bar in, and the more bars he hits within those 4 bars, the stronger he gets. That almost never happens. So he may get one buff per attempt of the 21 bars. And I guess it's called the 21 bars.
21 bars.
He gets a buff every time he gets a good bar in.
Okay. But it's just far and few between because he sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, he has 4 chances basically. And if he doesn't, he can either hit all 4 or he could hit none. But, you know, his stats improve with every bar he consecutively hits. It's like a combo.
So for me, his ability is nonsensical. That's the name. That's what I'm gonna call it. Nonsensical. No, that's not the right word. The word will come to me soon. But let me explain. So he can. The core of his ability works like this. As he raps, he has to go out his way to say the most simple and like damn right corny, obvious bars that you don't heard before. Like the less quality, he has to maintain as low a quality as possible while as high swag as possible on the song.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Really a very challenging ability for him to accomplish. But when he does hit that medium, you know, stays in it. Almost like the Rishi where he can activate like once he fight, he gets an incredible power up and it stays. You know, just keep going with the swag and dumb bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it gets stronger and answer attack. But if the other person listening to it that unironically start enjoying the music, then they start to get a debuff as well. But rapid and not like a physical one. It's all brain. Your brain level just drops all the way down. Your IQ goes to like 2 or 1.5 or like whatever a cow's IQ is or something.
I like it.
What do I call it?
Well, in the meantime, say again.
I have something for 21 Savage.
What do you got?
You cut out.
Who, me?
No, I think Josh. I didn't hear his name for his.
Oh, I didn't say it. I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't say it? Oh, okay.
Go for it, Brian.
Maybe.
All right. So my, if you know 21 Savage, there is one universal fact that everybody who has listened to 21 Savage knows, and it is that he has killed a person. So, yeah, he's killed several people actually, and he lets us know.
Uh-huh.
So his power is he has a bunch of tattoos, right? So his power is that he takes out weapons from his tattoos. He'll like take it out and then use it as a weapon to kill people, to write out in his rap songs. To write about in his songs.
So he
and
has
his
to
power is called It's a Knife.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, he has to pull a tattoo. He can only make a tattoo weapon if he has the express intent to write about the murder after.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he has to write about how he killed this person directly after he kills the person.
Yeah,
Alright.
The power is called It's a Knife.
I like it. Well, there you go. We have 2 more. UGK. They're next. Josh.
Okay. This was a lot. This was like more interesting when I thought it was like we had to make them similar to who their manga counterpart was as a group. But it's obviously 2 abilities that work off UGK. Okay. They don't have any powers on their own. Real ass niggas, yo. For real. Like, they down to earth. They know what they talking about. They can pose, bro. I'm not judging. I'm not passing judgment one way or another. They doing what they doing. and I'm minding my business because that shit ain't got nothing to do with me, nor do those girls. With all that said, when it's time to get into some action, they fuse together and become the one perfect, well-rounded, almighty pimp. And once that happens, that's the name of their ability, by the way, Almighty Pimp.
Mm-hmm.
Fuse. Once that happens, they can summon women with unlimited amounts of money coming back from the strip. Right? So then they just ready to fight. They out in them streets like hoeing. They know how to defend themselves, so they could fight in general, and they're strong. You know, they're like as strong as one of Lil Wayne's zombies, or Ghostface's Ghost Army guys. I guess depending on whose soul he takes out, but so you know they're relatively strong. But then he can. I guess this is almost similar to currency, right? Nah. Yeah, you can summon women that just so happen to have a lot of cash, but they can fight. The cash really doesn't do anything, but it's more just know that they was out there on that making that money. You know what I mean? Like they should for the pimp. They can finesse. You know, they can finesse you into doing something. Like if they could talk to you for long enough in a sentence while you're listening, like you have to block your ears out. But if you could listen to them talk to you for long enough, they could convince you to do anything, in becoming a prostitute for them. Which it won't, I guess, defeat you. I mean, he basically wins the fight by making you forfeit the fight and then take on a owing. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you win the fight if you do that, right? Mm-hmm. Like if Naruto had fought against Kaguya, and during the fight, he was able to hit her with a jutsu where she said, "Okay, I'm gonna stop doing the chakra tree stuff and I'll be on that trip for you, you know, Daddy." Like that would have, to me, Naruto would have won that exchange. In my opinion. I'm dragging it crazy. Yeah, I get it. They become the ultimate pimp, and everything a great pimp could do, it becomes exaggerated, manifested.
I like it. I have an idea. So. I think that I think Bun B has somewhat pheromone control. He's able to like allure people into his service. And Pimp C has the ability of he kind of has like a conqueror's hockey thing going, where he can impose his will on people and force you and make you prostitute yourself, I guess. They are pimps. They are villains. Let's not get it twisted. I guess they'd be villains in this scenario.
People be prostitutes against their will.
Yeah. So
I guess
that'd be bad. That's bad.
Pretty bad.
Pretty terrible. So they're villains in this, and that's what they do.
I believe that's called human trafficking.
Yeah.
True.
They're not supposed to be likable.
So the first, all right, what's one be like again? What's his?
I guess like pheromone control, where kind of like Poison Ivy, in that like he can kind of like draw, people in, like enchant them like a vampire, almost.
And an area of effect swag.
Yeah.
Both kind of do the same thing, just in different ways.
Yeah.
They both.
Yeah, where I guess Bun B would be more of like a seduction thing. Pimp C is just hockey. He could have conquered hockey. I don't know, dude. This is the group I knew least about.
UGK's classic, man.
I know they're classic. I listened to a couple of their songs just to see if I could get an idea, but this is the best I could do.
Keeps a leader in his cup.
Yeah. Anyway,
if he less than a leader, his power level dips.
Damn, that was good. I wish I knew that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was UGK. And our final guy is Outcast, which I have a more upbeat idea for.
Oh no, Outcast. Yeah, I'm going last.
Okay, I got Outcast. Outcast would have like something of an inverse effect on UGK. They're like, I guess like for lack of a better term, I call them the drums of freedom. Their music is liberating. You know, kind of like Bello Betty from One Piece, one of the revolutionaries who has like the ability to like rile people up. Their music makes people like generally feel pretty good. You know, like being able to just kind of like let go and to like just be free of like inhibitions, just have a good time, just frees people up. Yeah, both of them together. They have to be kind of together in order for this to work. The same way. You know, they both have like the same ability, but they're weaker the farther they are from each other.
Okay. Brian? Still need time to think?
So here's my idea. I'm only gonna go with Andre here, and I'm gonna say the Andre gets stronger the weirder he gets. That's it. As Andre gets weirder, he gets more powerful.
Okay.
All right, Josh.
So, my power, there's a dual aspect to it, but I'm gonna do them both at the same time. I mean, they do have a little bit different things. Andre 3000, he is like a sage jutsu. But you know what I'm saying? Like using like he's one natural energy, not nature itself. Like he can't produce plants out of his body and stuff, but he can tap in to their energy and draw energy from them, or give them energy, grow faster or something like that. Like, you know, he can like vibe with animals and shit. You know, like he can't, obviously they can't speak words, but he can understand and emotions and feel them. Like he can like sense, like he has, you know, has a almost like having a connection to the Jedi force, you know?
Yeah.
Where he has to. All right, so that's what he can do, right? And then his partner,
Big Boy, I think,
who's also kind of fashions himself as a pimp too, but I'm not going to really delve into that since we went hard with UGK. He's more of like a almost like a necromancer, but like not really. He's like almost like an engineer. He builds stuff. You know what I mean? And he's good with like inorganic material. He can feel things and kind of create models in his head and stuff. He's almost like a computer brain. You know what I mean? Like he can, the way he. Damn, this isn't coming out the way I thought I would. Like one is like organic and the other one is inorganic. That's kind of the way I'm trying to go about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since in like he can. What's a good way? Let's just say he can actually manipulate. Yes, he can actively manipulate inorganic material in general. You know what I mean? And he uses it to, you know, create stuff. He's more like maybe like an architect or like an engineer or something like that, right? Like real technical. And, right? So they both have different forms of creativity, and when they work together, they these intertwine, because Andre could sense and like could sense his partner and kind of like feel his connection to his ability too. So understanding through like Andre becomes like basically the sensory system of right. So he could do organic and inorganic material and like foresee things happening, and, you know, also they think can seamlessly communicate to his partner to make you know, inorganic matter or something like that, to assist like maybe like the plant life to do something, or like the animals, you know what I mean? They intertwine with each other. They could create art, or they can fight and take people down in really creative ways. No limit to their power. They're always stronger together, but they can hold on their own too.
Okay. Well, that was it then. We made it through.
Brian, what was yours called? I forget.
For Andre?
Oh yeah, what'd you say for Andre? Yeah.
Just call it super weird.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That was a long one. And this is a long episode, to be honest. Yeah, so we probably should have started with this when we were all fresh, but this was a lot of fun. We have another question from him I just got today, so next week we'll answer that one as we'll have more time. But yeah, for now that was our question from Sketchy Mike. Thank you again for sending us questions. Those are always fun. And that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. As per usual, you could find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram, Josh at JDCole_37 on Instagram, and at NYChillin on Twitter, Brian at B.ESP on Twitter and Instagram, and you can follow his stream at twitch.tv/It's Punchline. Follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Please do so. We're on TikTok as well, same handle. If you guys prefer that, you can subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. That would be super cool. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all the things that YouTubers tell you to do it. Or if you prefer audio podcasts, you could find us anywhere you listen to podcasts, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. We're on there. The audio version of the podcast usually comes out first, so check us out on that. Next week, we'll only have 2 series. So we are going to tackle all of the monthly series. World Trigger should be out by then. So, you know, we'll do all the monthly series and the 2 weekly series that come out all in the same episode. But yeah, that's it for us this week. Thank you guys so much. We were a little late, but you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But we'll see you guys on Monday, hopefully. So stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for listening. Leave questions, y'all.